Hello everyone and welcome back once again. It's time for Panzer Corps Grand Campaign 1942 in the East. It's June the 2nd, 1942. No time for pleasantries today, Herr General. We must get right to business. Before Fall Blau can begin, High Command has ordered that the Crimean Peninsula and the vital Black Seas port of Sevastopol be secured. While Soviet amphibious operations have retaken parts of the peninsula during the past few months, we're confident that you'll be able to complete your tasks well in advance of Fall Blau beginning at the end of this month. Your first mission is to secure all approaches to Sevastopol by seizing at least 4 objectives. Accomplishing this will effectively cut off Sevastopol from the land, sea and air. If at all possible, however, you should strive to secure all of your objectives and protect the siege artillery units Karl and Gustav. If you manage to fulfill all of these objectives, High Command may allow you the prestigious task of assaulting Sevastopol directly. Alright, let's go to the deployment screen. Alright, here in the deployment screen for Sevastopol. Simferopol, that is, actually. Well, at the very least, we got an SC unit now. That's actually great. My first SE tank. Hooray! Yeah, I know that sounds a bit silly, but it is indeed the first one. At least the first one that I'll be using, that is. At any rate, let's start with some reparations. So, to keep these above 3 stars, what? This is only 14? Alright, I'm giving them elites then. Up to 4 stars. I don't even know by what they got attacked. Was the artillery? Oh no, I remember now. They got some bad beat rolls against some enemy artillery. Yeah, you're getting elites. You too. As I'm trying to get to 3 stars. Ow. It's not that bad. Especially since I get to disband another T-34. Sure, you know, they're cheap, so I'm in a generous mood. Or something like that. Oh, you already get to be upgraded. Yep, they definitely need over 3 stars experience. There's just no way around it. Like, I need to give them elites as well. Really, having units under 3 stars of experience is going to be a bad experience. When the enemy starts getting 1 and 2 star units, that's just undoable. Panzer 4D, I think they get to change to Panzer 4G, I'm quite sure. At any rate, before we actually start, I'm gonna take a look at not only at the names of the mobile units that I'm gonna use, but also I'm gonna look at a couple of upgrades. For example, the 109F and the 109G. What is the combination of units that I need to use? As in, I want to know whether I need to get 109G or more and things like that. Also want to look at whether I get to use the BF-110G as well, which is also a bit better. Yeah, I want to see how many Panzer 4Gs I can actually get, because they are also better than the 4F2. But I'm not sure whether I can already upgrade most of them. So I need to rename Großdeutschland because I need to upgrade it from a regiment to a division. So I'm gonna do all that and then be right back. Alright, so due to some weird sound thing, I noticed after playing, well, let's say half of the first turn, that I wasn't actually recording my game. So I'm just gonna give it to you quickly because I don't like repeating myself. Changes for this mission. First of all, Großdeutschland is now the Großdeutschland Motorized Division. I have Infantry Regiment Großdeutschland 1 and 2 combined with this unit, which represents units from both of these regiments. Yeah, most of my units are battalions, so, and this is battalion of regiment, so larger. And that means that I have them all fully over upgraded. Together with the Panzerabteilung Großdeutschland, I do hope that it's a relatively accurate representation. I mean, it technically it's pretty bad, but it's the best I can do for now. So yeah, there it is. For the 11th Panzer Division, they have Panzer Regiment 15. They're only Panzer 4. I changed it to Panzer 4G because they used this model almost exclusively. For 3rd Panzer, it's 50-50, which means that I changed one of them. That's the first Abteilung of the 5th Panzer Regiment, Panzer 4G, one of the two. Rest is the same. Then artillery, nothing changed. I changed these two to the 10.4 or 10-4 model because the Germans use this model overwhelmingly, and the 7-1 model is hardly used, so I don't think that using the 7-1 model is a fair representation of the motorized anti-aircraft units that the divisions took with them. I think it's pretty much like a ratio of 10-1 almost that they used these compared to the 7-1, so that's definitely a no-go. It cost me 42 prestige that I lost for using the 7-1 in the previous mission, but I realized it's just no good, so I have to shift it back. BF-109F can be upgraded. The G model isn't used till later in the war. Same applies for the BF-110F, can be upgraded to G because they only use those, started producing those near the end of the year. My tactics for this mission: I will have 3rd Panzer this side, gonna clear out the bulge that is up front here, and then swing down. 11th Panzer is also gonna clear that out, and then also gonna swing down. That's the gist of it. They're basically gonna move pretty much like this, and these guys over here, and then here. Sorry for doing this quickly, but I was just talking 10 minutes about my strategy, and then I realized I wasn't recording. So, yeah. Just going through that quickly. Now I hope that I can remember my setup. It's probably going to go a bit faster than before. I do want to upgrade all of these to 13 wherever I can now. Only for the towed artillery though. So that's a little bit of an upgrade. Right, 3rd Panzer. I had on artillery here, the heavier artillery here, the Werfer here, and once again, sorry for not talking for hours about how I'm going to deploy my units like I usually do. The 3rd with spotting over here, then I had flak here. The attack Großdeutschland over here. Then you guys all the way up here. I had 4 fighters. Let's immediately do that as well. 2, 3. Since they're all within the operational range, I can just do whatever I feel like for now. Or at least place them wherever I feel like. Rudel. Out there. Additional bomber. Fighter bomber and a strategic bomber. Stug. Recon. And Kratschützen. third over here. Next up, I had you and you there. This is where things start getting tricky. Panzer Pioneers over here. You here. Tanks out here together with 2 more tanks. You over here. Let's get a Panzer III. Sure, that's fine. They currently have 2 tanks deployed. I need a third. I need to deploy at least 3 out of 5. Watch your hero defense. Sure, that's fine. It's pretty far away though. But oh well. Right. I think that was that. Let's go for artillery here too, for the 11th Panzers, the 119th. I actually want you. No, I have a Panzer III with, yeah, that hero set on it. Let's move you out. You here, artillery here. Then I actually want a 3rd artillery. You up here. Then this in here. This is definitely not the deployment that I did though. Though, what am I missing? You have 2 tanks, you have 3 tanks. You have 3 tanks in reserve, that's fine. 4 infantry in reserve, that's also how it works. Both of them have 3 infantry deployed, as I usually do. Do we have an extra artillery? I think we're set though. I have the recon, I have a pioneer. Yep, alright, we're ready to go. There we are. Alright. Like I said, I was pretty much halfway into trying to deal with this pocket. So my initial opening moves is I need to get rid of this Soviet mountain troop. And this artillery in the back first. Right, let's put the Gustav in there, so I already have this blocked off. And there is the problem of this artillery too. Let's shell him. You in here, you in here. Attack. Make them surrender. Okay. Now. At that point, I need to get rid of these, and I can pretty much move you in here. These down, attack this again. Just lowering the entrenchments. Try to get rid of that fighter. Things starting off on a bad note. But oh well. Yeah, these guys also don't have 3 stars experience yet. They actually need elite replacements, so that sucks. In order to make this surrender, I need to suppress these. That isn't the right man for the job unless you do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is no initiative difference, I see. It's actually a bit confusing here. Effective attack is 58%. Well, I can't take it back now for whatever reason. Okay, well, that helps. But, of course, you still get the 4% chance. Whatever, game, screw you. Yeah, sorry for overreacting there, but... sometimes the game can get to you like that. It's like you take every precaution and then it just really... a 1 in 25 chance. It's like, oh well. Thought you played smart, did ya? Nope. Okay. Need to finish this off. I can... like, sometimes it just doesn't matter how you plan. Because... RNG will come and save the day for computer if it really wants to. I need to get yeah. Nine. So these guys are never breaking through here regardless. If you... so... because I need this artillery elsewhere than down here, I can... move in there. Basically, this is already new territory for me. So I actually... Let's wait for a second. Let's see how much suppression this gives. 12-7. That's clearly not enough, and I need to move these guys forward then too. The question though is how much further am I going to push you back in order to do that? Because if I... Yeah, let's move them in here. You up ahead. And now I think this is easier to destroy. So you there. You there. Both the T-34s and this here KV are the most dangerous parts. I still need to attack this as well. But... And... Thing is, no matter how you look at it, the attack... Okay, that's actually pretty decent. If I... In order to get a good defensive position, I need to do this. So what are your odds? I mean, and yours. So you have 2 times 31. How much does mass effect? No, the terrain cap is too high, so that changes nothing. Terrain cap does absolutely nothing for me. The thing is, if I put the Stug in here, it will surely get attacked by the KV. But I think that if I put you... Alright, I think I got this. So... Again, let's try to prevent... Okay, perfect. These guys aren't protected, but let's go in here. And then this Shto can try to protect these guys. They might still attack, especially the fresh unit, but at least it has some backup then, so hopefully that way the damage will be slightly less. Right, which do I have left? No need to, well, no desire to attack now. Alright. Oh, they repaired. Wow. And they didn't attack. Beautiful. I mean, those attacks are, it's not even that great for me. So I'm actually fairly happy that they didn't. Okay. Seems like the bad roll that I got earlier is restored in honor with some decent rolls. That's nice. Very happy about that, actually. You know, seeing the nicer parts of the game for a change. Yeah. Let's... I need to break through here. Actually, in this mission, you need to rush a lot. I mean, getting there certainly not going to be easy. Right off the bat, which artilleries can attack without moving? It's not too much. Well, one thing I'll certainly do is do that. And I'm pretty much always looking to get rear units in there. Okay, well, this artillery can get these guys just fine. And make it surrender. Also looking to get some prestige out of this, of course. I mean, that is a fairly nice way to block them, but... Alright, let's attack here first. Not only to push them back, so I can move in there. Getting these guys to suppress is pretty rough. But I might manage. And let's attack them, because I think they're doing... no. Okay. Well, I think I've used up all my anti-aircraft. There's this one. Where's the other one? Yeah, it's also used up. Okay. It's good weather. So, as for anti-air, I think that won't be a problem for now. Fairly disappointing odds here. Which guy is this? Paul Werner. Yeah, I think this is fine. Push them back, then I'll attack again, and then... ugh. What are your odds of suppressing it? 20. But no luck, huh? Alright, let's just use you here. Move them down so I can finish them off. And suppression or no suppression? Actually, this turned out to be quite a bit of a disaster, again. Though... that can certainly be finished off, so they could technically move back. It's actually sweet of the AI. I had different methods to deal with it though. I mean, I could have used the other bomber as well. It wasn't like it was a real problem, but this certainly helps in dealing with it. Alright, let's make sure we have a decent defensive line out here as well. Don't want to get caught with my pants down. We saw earlier that this was empty, so I can quickly grab it and take a peek. Okay, so let's make this about stabilizing our line for now and to start pushing. 1, 2, 3, so I can't actually attack there. I need to take this as well. How far do I expect the AI to go? Because okay, there's nothing here, so I can actually take that by truck. It seems very unlikely they'll get in there this turn. So 1, 2, 3. I need to start preparing for an assault on that. And yeah, that's the right artillery, okay. I mean, this is certainly risky if you were to expect an attack, but I don't expect a counterattack on this turn from this side, it looks like. Even if they have a counterattack coming from here, they would have to go 1, 2, 3. They would have to go straight up, but they're likely to go after this, because this is a victory objective. That's closest, so they're likely to move in this direction. Not seeing that. And that's why I think those guys will be safe. Can you go further? No, not really. So these guys are going to go here and attack next turn. I need another artillery that gets closer. And you guys over here. Then lighter over here, though they can't see anything there. In fact, they shouldn't be able to see any of my units, but they're still likely to go after some things. And say that they're going to move up, they can still move in here and then attack 2 hexes away. So they can't do that from here. There we go. I think that should be fine. Oh wow, they are attacking. Nailed it! Don't attack! Oh, I completely miscalculated that, but I didn't get punished. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm kind of curious. Those are pretty bad odds. Okay, but I did have the Stug back up, so I guess that's the reason why they might not have attacked. Oh, wow. I would have gotten wrecked if there was anything else. Seriously? And they were right here. Okay, it's been too long since since I played this game. Okay. Yeah, the AI can still surprise you. I was so sure that there wouldn't be an offensive from there. I do remember that the enemy has some counteroffensives in this map, but that quickly? Wow. Definitely want to use the other one there as well. Let's see though, I'm not in the most unfavorable of positions, but I think the biggest thing that I need to do here is probably or potentially sacrifice some if they have anti-aircraft down here, which is I think marginally unlikely. Just like I don't think they would have it down here except at the airfield. They have shown it have anti-aircraft in the center and around the victory hexes, I think, for sure, but not necessarily at cities which are secondary objectives. I don't know if they call it secondary objectives. I mean, this is primary, so then this would be secondary. Like, they don't always have anti-air there. And the anti-aircraft here is more along the defensive lines that they put up, so this might be okay. Although, of course, I shouldn't run into a fighter at that point. Either way, they will neutralize the T-34 at least for some time. It means that I can get a few other units in there. To get a bit of experience. One, two, three. So they'll never be in range. You certainly need to move in here. And I'll take that. Other one up there. Go around. Okay. that was not what I was looking for. But good try. Good try. Moving them there forces me to move the Stug there too. But moving you also forces me to move the Stug. Yeah, I can sidestep him a bit. Because I can't move these anymore, I need to be careful actually. About where I'm placing my infantry. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can still do that. But then where am I gonna move these? Ideally, one, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah, they'll be blocked. This doesn't destroy it, but at least this will damage it a bit. And I can always finish it off later. They'll have to repair it, so it's better than nothing. Okay. They also have this still, which can move quite a bit. It has 6 movement. I mean, it has overstrength as well. So, how can I make effective use out of these? I guess just shell these to suppress them some. Try to lessen the odds of them actually dealing damage. And then I'll just have to position myself. They're very unlikely to try and move through here. But they technically still could. I'll start by lowering their entrenchments. So you can go here to help out on that side. What's your movement though? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can never get here. I don't think these guys will attack with odds 0 and 8 like that. But they actually might come out. Yeah. Sucks not to be using them. But it's probably better this way. You're staying there. But I'm moving them to get closer. Same for these. One, two. Okay, so they still get to go there without too much trouble. Although I can't really. 1, 1, 2. Do a whole lot of protection since the anti-aircraft guns are there. Yeah, not exciting at all. Did I just not protect them? Oh wow. That's the first time I've actively seen them do that, but I guess again I'm making mistakes left and right. I really need to shake myself up here because this is just inviting mistakes. Focus. I need to focus. Slap myself. Because I actually intended to put this right next to the Stug, and then I just didn't. Just like I intended this to be protected by the Stug, but then I also didn't because just not paying any attention. And losing focus in a game like Panzer is actually terrible. Okay, I can force a surrender on the conscripts. So let's try to do that. I mean, the repairs on this and this are not the most expensive, but still. Like, mistakes like that are just inexcusable. Like, bad rolls can happen, but like that. Well, I guess it wasn't even that bad of a roll. Actually, they were pretty much guaranteed to get a hit on me, but the way the game shows the combat odds, it's actually very inaccurate and usually not in your favor. Or actually, even if it's in your favor, you usually don't see it. So many times when it looks like you're having luck, it's actually not really that much. And many times when it seems like you're having bad luck, it's also actually not the case. Many of the rolls are like you have a 45% chance to take 1 damage. That's not really unlucky if you get hit. Then it's just a coin toss, so that's not particularly unlucky. And I think very often that it happens that it's like that, and the same way the other way around. It looks like you're lucky, but that's not actually really the case. But I think that happens very often with Panzer Corps because it's made in such a way that if I have if they attack me with 1 hit, for example, if they have 1 die roll with a 49% chance of dealing damage to me, the game will show you're most likely not to take damage, which is true, even though it's a coin toss in actuality. So that can be tricky. To manage. I'm again feeling like I'm not having a great grip on the situation here. Because I actually don't. These are down 1 times 14. So I still need artillery backup. Man, that's just terrible, terrible odds. Like I said, I'm just not having a control on the situation here. Because moving them there will force them down there, and that's not gonna help me unless I attack from here. But I need to get rid of this too, but I can't bomb it because of that. I already used this on a T-34. You're also already used. They still have anti-aircraft everywhere. This is supposedly a decent attack. I could try to do that. Try to push them in here, but I feel so confident that they're actually gonna damage me. Alright. Well, they got close. I mean, my prediction wasn't far off, as you can see here. They still had a 35% chance instead of nothing, even with my +1 die roll. So that really shows indeed that your intuition is sometimes much better. The only thing that can go in here is this, and it will always have protection. Okay. Let's actually put the Stug out here. 9-6. How are they suddenly so tough to kill? It's like they're suddenly impervious. Let's move you around. This should give him a good whack. Nope. No, why would it? Come on. Okay. Oof. At least I got one. Can't attack this right now. I have to do it on turn 5. I'm so far behind, I think, on where I need to be. It's terrifying. I might not be able to make it even. If things... continue this way. Three, four, five. If I destroy this, they have initiative. They should be able. Or they won't be able to deal good damage to it. So I can't bomb this because then these guys will just move up. And this is a bad attack. Although I will move in there. These guys then can't go into the middle. So I guess the best thing they can do is just that. I also have to pray that they have no air units on this turn. Not gonna lie, I feel like if well, like I said, not like I've lost control of the situation like here, and they're just suddenly putting up a lot of resistance. It's very tough to break through. Happy about that attack though. Okay. Let's start there. You back. Great. Another bad hero. That's exactly what I needed. As if I didn't have enough of those. Oh well. They're down to 5. Okay. This should give me enough suppression, I think. 9-5. Let's go. Good. Now... Another artillery. Well... come on. Okay, in anticipation of dealing enough damage to that... How much can you your auto reach? Okay, so I actually need to use this. Please tell me I can finish it off. Whew. Okay. With this clear. I need to move these guys. Afterwards, but oh, okay, they're actually always stuck there. Well, I think these guys should be able to get in there. Down to... yeah, that's fine. Okay, that gives me a bit of breathing room. If only I could have made them surrender. But it seems that's not gonna happen. That's even worse. Let's just hope they don't have another anti-aircraft behind that. Although, to be fair, I secretly anticipate that a little bit. We'll see. No. Getting them in heals, though, is pretty decent. I have to be careful, they have only one ammunition left. Crazy thing is, I'm going a lot faster in this side than on this side for now. Okay. So going there should be fine. And your under decent protection. Yeah, then I can slice through there and again move ahead towards these locations and then quickly go down to Simferopol. This will likely hurt. And with that recon probably going into that direction, I wouldn't be able to give them fighter protection even. But they have plus 11 defense, so who knows. Still not ideal, not by a long shot. Let's move these over in that direction in anticipation of enemy fighters. Meanwhile, I can definitely put them here. They will try to repair, I think. 1, 1, 2. One, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lock. No. You can move here though. I think I need one more turn to stabilize the position. Okay. They will run out of ammo, but maybe if I'm lucky I get to destroy them regardless. Yes, I did. Great. Then you can take this. Destroy that. Unfortunately, this is a regular. If it was a conscript, I would have been able to go in here and attack that, but now I have to wait, unfortunately. Still, I can move these guys here to start preparing for to dig this out, basically. Okay, broken through that defensive line as well. Do I need this? Probably, but let's just see if I can't finish it off other ways. Because I would definitely actually regain fuel and ammo on them, because that will be needed anyway. So that is most of that army. Let's start setting up to dig this out, like I said. Moving you here will allow me to attack that on turn 7, and since this is empty, I can then push a whole lot further. Trying to take that. Put the artillery in here, and you in here, so they can move up next turn. Let's actually let's get Heinz in here. And I think that now they're fully suppressed, yeah. Let's unleash some terror bombing on him. Good enough. And the more experience this gets, the less costly things will be, I suppose. Start digging out these regulars. Okay, let's move you in here. Five times 5. True question is, can I do something against this? I can move you up and then shell this. Then I need to move them ahead. They'll be seen in here though, so I cannot do that. But here they will be completely useless. Okay. Well, that turned out very well so far. Very good. You back. You in here. You there. You down. Thing is, enemy could still come from the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, they wouldn't be able to reach that. But I don't need these guys in the center, so I'd rather shift them for now. You in there. Definitely put a fighter in there. I will need my fighter protection. Okay, let's... So any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, they can still go back after that. And I definitely need to send at least one of these back as well. Well, you can't protect them all. New offensive coming from there. Good thing we already advanced pretty far, because that means that it will be easier somewhat. Finish it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have movement 6, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they can't reach that. And I won't be able to attack here for sure. No. Definitely need one more turn because I couldn't double shot because these guys took a beating. They took one for the team. To be completely honest, it's probably not good then to have these guys out. That makes for a very bad turn in this area. Well, you guys need fuel and ammo. Let's go after them. And because of this, I need to respect the T-34 moving up. That's a given. But whatever I do, the mountain troops can always see me. So I'm better off getting into a position where at least they might get to a strong unit. I'm looking at Heinz Rondorf now. And get tackled by that. But I'll see whether that's manageable. One, two, three, four, five. I think that should work as a flanking force. One, two, three, four, five, six. So after this, we have 5 more turns. Right, I might just as well set these up because Trying to do that any other way, it just doesn't work. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. One thing that I could do here is do this, and that just means I'm moving to the side. There's no victory hex here. And they can't see anything here. So that should be safe. Even though this does look risky. But they should be going into this side. There's no victory objectives here. There's no reason for them to go here. Nothing looks to be easy pickings. This is an easier target than this on the hills. You're still okay. They're at 6. Okay, so I definitely do need more artillery blasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go to the side. So if they take this, that actually was bad. Don't do that. On this? Ow. Good hit. Oh wow, well that's nice. They did take that though. Well, guess the first job is to finish that off. Right, 31, huh? That's not a lot. You need fuel and ammo. That's another city under my control. Okay. I also didn't expect another T-34 down there. Okay, maybe I was quite overextending there. Anyway. Great job, game. It's 2 down. Still rather do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So they cannot get there. Sure, let's just try that. If we get hit, we get hit. Can't always come out clean. They're likely to go in here. They can't go around. If only I could ambush them. But I have no units to do that to do so. There's no more infantry or anything. One, two. Yeah, they're very likely to go up there and then try to attack. I unfortunately cannot prevent them from trying to do so. Again, I don't see them having a reason to move in here. They might try to attack from this side, and I wouldn't want my unit to be exposed there. So, better just give them fuel and ammo for now. Many of these things are going to take longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They see this and this. Let the pain commence. And a bomber. Oh wow. So might not even survive. Second fighter. Oh right, they can go through there. Oh, so happy they went up. Oof. Okay, they're buying units then. Not sure where, but they are buying units. Bah. And thus let's wait a bit. Finish off the first lag. Worst part is that they have a range of 3, so actually I will always get hit by this if I try to destroy the Petliakov. That is so bad, and if I don't remove the tank, they're gonna stack that full of units. So that is the worst timing. Anyway, I need at least 2 fighters on this. Let's hope this is enough. Actually gonna attack one more time to reduce the odds. That's good. Okay, they didn't buy anything there. And they can't reach that, so these guys will pretty much stay there. It's bad business to move the bomber out there. And it doesn't seem like they bought anything here either, so they must have bought stuff in that lower corner. Right, I think in the long run, taking that risk and lowering its attack will save me more damage. That also allows me to start attacking the artillery. Yeah. If they want to repair that, that's fine. Should have actually given them that fuel and ammo. Well, they are conscripts, so they're not as bad. Move you out here. And you in here. I think putting Oladir out here might block a whole lot of enemies from getting into bad positions that are unfavorable for me. Okay, I guess I will bomb that. I'm running out of time, so I need to start taking risks. Despite me not being happy about that. So... One, two, three, four, five, six. What use actually is moving this down? I need one more turn at the very least to fix it. So it's gonna help me nothing. What could they possibly have bought? They're likely to try and go after this victory hex. They can't see it. Okay. Then they might attack, actually. Well... tough luck. Okay. Really? These guys are out. They're still buying things. But... okay, now up here. Another air unit. And the weather is again bad. They're gonna take back that hex. And that's really bad. But let's worry about that in a little bit. So, quite frankly, I need to raise these guys back up. Let's just shell them one more time before I attack. So then they very likely did not buy anything down there. You need to go back up because I need to retake that. Finish them off. Okay, so I really don't need any reinforcements down in that area. Would be nice if the game was a bit more cooperative. Like I 100% need to get you there and attack. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a big disaster there. And then that gets rid of these. You're gonna move up. Just can't believe that the first objective that we took is gonna be the critical point. There are actually no roads through the center. I only just realized that now. There are none. One thing that I can do, move you in here, which even if they attack will prevent them from buying units in there. The same will apply for me moving them here. Good. I don't mind if they... Technically I can even prevent them from buying anything there as well. What I just need to do for that is move in here. And make sure that these two move like this. And now I'll start moving you up too. That certainly is a bit more damage than I had hoped for. I'll give them regular replacements though. And these two. Ow. But like I said, this should prevent them from buying anything. Are you at 1 star now? Perfect. That's great. Okay. Let's mop up the remainder of the enemy units. Seriously, game? Okay. Then I need to move you in here in order to prevent them from reinforcing. You do need that. Game is really trying to mess with me here. Begone, foul spirit. Knock him down. Kind of hope to finish him off that way, but yeah, I have this objective to take, so the game wouldn't be over. Yeah, I'm not getting prestige per turn anyway, but still. Did take all of those. Okay, so they can't do anything there. They have 2 times 19, which is too high. This is 6 times 22, which is also too high. Start lowering the entrenchments to hopefully still take that last objective, because you never know, it might actually happen. These are not necessary, or they will not be able to accomplish anything. These guys are done. This will prevent them from moving. Any other air units? No. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know whether in theory they could have moved up this. Probably not. Although I sure can. If they had taken that... you can go in there. So I could have... Yeah, I still could have destroyed them, okay. They got a bit scary, but not too scary. Okay. Blast them. You there. Next up. Use the heavy artillery. Throw some more bombs. Shell them. Attack. Take the hex. Shell them. Clear the final unit. And there we are. Okay. I think all enemies are cleared. That's how it looks like. Victory hex there is secure. And all the other victory hexes as well. And let's view the battlefield. I don't think they have anything left. No, they don't. Okay. As for damage, on the artillery, I think only the Stuk got hit. Yeah. But they are moderately cheap. It's not too bad. Infantry. This guy got a bad hit, bad hero too. Utter garbage. So infantry, no considerable losses. Recon neither. It survived and it actually got the 2 stars. Great. Then tanks. You got a tiny nudge. These guys got hit, but now they're at 1 star, so I'm happy. These guys got a tiny nudge. But overall, the tank repairs are acceptable. These guys get hit, but I'll give them regular replacements. That's fine. I actually outperformed themselves. I actually like the 8 movement a lot. Yeah, so I'm not too unhappy with them. yeah, this anti-tank gun got hit quite badly. But I think besides the one turn where I misplaced those 2 units, which was just a bad turn overall and really took me 2 extra turns to recover from having that bad turn, I think we did okay. Not too shabby. I think the damage was kept to reasonable levels. As for the air units, yeah, these guys got hit once. But I actually think I'm still going to give them regular replacements. So they'll drop below 3 stars again, but I want to save the prestige, so these guys, I will have to repair them. And the other ones, like all of them took 1 damage, not too much. Might give them elites, might give them regulars. As long as they're above 3 stars for my Air Force, I think it's fine. Not too necessary to work towards 4 yet, although it would be nice to get an additional. Yeah, maybe it's better to go to 4. An additional initiative on my fighters would really help out there. I think all of my fighters took damage from enemy fighters. So I think that's really if they get that extra initiative, that might just put them over the edge. And I think that starting from 43, 44, in order for them to hold their own against multiple enemy air units, they will need that 4th and maybe even 5th star of experience anyway. I need a highly experienced Luftwaffe in order to deal with enemy air forces in 44, 45. So it's, yeah. To keep giving them regular replacements might not be the best idea. Anyway, like I said, I think my losses are acceptable here. So overall, not too shabby. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't buy too many units. Actually, they only bought a few here, whereas they took a long time thinking about stuff. But I mean, they can't have bought that extra T-3441 that was here. They hardly ever do that. Maybe they did, though. And that made them spend so much money that they couldn't do the other BT spam. Because they also needed to repair a lot of units. I guess so. I almost lost here simply because they actually outflanked me and outran me pretty well. So they even didn't go for this objective. They went straight there, which is quite curious. Maybe even though you can't see it, the AI still has certain victory hexes as a priority and not all of them. I always kind of assumed that the enemy would just go towards either the nearest victory hex or it would choose any of the victory hexes that it needs to go to. But my biggest bet was the closest victory hex and try to get that. But that was not the case here. They definitely went for Voinka, even though there were closer victory hexes that were under my control. So that's something to think about. That means that on certain maps, the AI might be tailored or at least scripted to move or try to work their way towards one specific victory hex only. Because even this guy, which could have taken that, well, they repaired, they also didn't move there. But still, though, they certainly went for a Waika. Alright, well, enough philosophy for today. My commendations to you and your men, Herr General. Your success has once again afforded you the option to choose how you wish to proceed. With the Karl and Gustav both fully armed and ready, High Command believes you will be able to directly assault Sevastopol and occupy the entire port. Be warned that this task should not be taken lightly, as the Soviets have had more than enough opportunities to turn Sevastopol and the surrounding area into a fortress. If you do not feel your forces can sustain the inevitable heavy casualties that will result from assaulting Sevastopol, You may instead direct your forces to only secure the area immediately around Sevastopol. This will allow other forces to siege and neutralize the city, much as we are doing with Leningrad. Though this will undoubtedly prove a less prestigious victory, it will also prove to be less costly for your forces as well. The choice is yours, Herr General. I would not be able to get it over my heart, I think as the saying goes, to not take Sevastopol. And let's assume that everything else goes as historically. I'm gonna siege Sevastopol, and Sevastopol will not be taken. I'll just let them go. Say that happens. We'll launch Case Blue, get to Stalingrad, and Army Group A moves into the Caucasus, and bam, we fail. Operation Uranus, 6th Army gets surrounded, and we get pushed back. The 17th Army will be, I think it's the 17th, will be in charge of holding the Crimea. But without with Sevastopol still in enemy hands, actually it might turn out better for the Germans if Sevastopol isn't captured, because it might prompt actually an earlier escape from the Crimea, which would mean that a larger portion of the 17th Army and or the Romanian forces that were tasked with holding the Crimea, even after they were cut off from land, might escape. Like, they might have said, okay, we don't have Sevastopol, supplies will be too bad if we try to hold on to the Crimea, and we might immediately get outflanked and cut off because the enemy might reinforce Sevastopol and attack from there. Then the Germans might have evacuated the Crimea altogether and tried to actually halt the Soviets from advancing into the Ukraine from the narrow strip of land that connects the Crimea there in the north. Instead of saying that they need to hold the Crimea with the 17th Army and Romanian units. So it might actually work out better for the Germans in the end not to take Sevastopol if that would have prompted them to get out of the Crimea earlier. They would have had more manpower to fight in the Ukraine. But yeah, it's how you would weigh it out. Like, Crimea would be lost earlier, but more manpower. So then they also tie up less Soviet soldiers. It's all very debatable as to how much they would actually gain from not taking Sevastopol. That's so silly. Also, they would save a lot of manpower from not attacking Sevastopol, because that's a beast. So the 11th, technically then the 11th Army would be finished earlier for Operation Case Blue. They don't need to assault Sevastopol, which takes a lot of time, and the Germans might have been ready like a week or two earlier maybe, which also might have helped. There's so many what ifs, even with such a tiny part of the war, like not taking Sevastopol. There's so many varieties of alternate history that might occur that it's nearly impossible to put any projection on what might happen. But that's actually, I think that's actually great fun. I love alternate history. I think that's the best, and not just for World War II, just for about any topic. If it's American Civil War, First World War, just throughout history, any alternate history, I'm a real sucker for it, to be honest. Yeah, so I really like thinking about stuff like that. So anyway, we are going to assault Sevastopol. I've been rambling about absolutely nothing for long enough. Yeah, see you next time. Take care and bye-bye. Next one will be a tough one.